That smells terrible, doesn't it?
Fucking right.
Yeah.
So what is this called?
It's a compensator nut.
Compensator nut. Clutch nut, compensator.
Yep, we should.
So this whole thing.
Yep. Okay, so now that smells terrible, doesn't it?
Fucking right.
Yeah. See, so we might be that's why we're going into it a little deeper. So now you want to take that nut out of there. Take
What's
that out. I'll show you here in a second. Take that out. Take that washer off. There's a big washer there. Go ahead and just put that right there. Now shake that.
What?
Shake it. Yep, shake it all around. Do you hear anything?
Yeah.
Okay, that's bad.
That'll remind you of something.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, well, see, because back in the day, this is a spring load.
Okay.
And these little crimp marks that you were pointing out, that's what they are, crimp marks to keep that spring inside there. So once it starts to shake, there's no tension. Your compensating sprocket's making noise because of the hammering that you do on your motorcycle.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, recap, Larry. The compensator is compensated.
Yeah, compensate because we're going to need a new one.
Okay, and what do we got here?
And see what that not only the smell, but look at the shards of stuff we have.
Yes.
Yeah, see that?
Yes.
That ain't supposed to be there.
What is that?
Don't know.
Taste it.
Yeah, no.
Taste it.
I am not going to taste
Larry,
that.
tell me what it is by taste.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me see. I want to smell it. Yeah. Oh,
See?
stinky.
Right. So we're hoping now that when we're going to pull all this off, we're going to actually pull the magnets out and see if one of the magnets came apart or something. Because you don't run a lot of electrical on this bike, the charging system is really not overworked.
Not taxed at all.
Right, so hopefully it's something just real simple. Yeah, dude, it's terrible. But you know what? The good thing about it, your bike will go faster because I'm taking all your money out of your wallet. See, power to weight ratio. See, that's
Lighten the mood with laughter, y'all. It's just a motorcycle.
Right.
That gets into your pocketbook. That makes you lighter so you can go faster. Now, take this out, Larry.
Yeah, you can take that out because we're going to take that off. I wouldn't say you.
Wow, man. Well, guys, I mean, I don't know if you personally have smelled this, so it's a different smell. It's like a combine of electrical stuff that's burnt and clutchy.
Right.
Just an odd smell. Okay, and now I'm gonna take this off, Larry. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm thinking about all this shit now.
Your dollar signs.
Yeah, I thought about this yesterday, and I called you. And I was like, well, we need to look over there and see what's primary. And I was like, well, maybe.
Well, because like you said, the noises transfer, but did it not transfer? And we do actually have a noise.
I think we had fucking so many noises,
right.
We couldn't place one.
So go ahead and put your thumb here and pull it from here.
Grab here?
Yep, and it should slide off, in theory.
All this basket?
All of that, yes, in theory.
I just don't feel it.
Yeah.
Come the papa. Oh, Larry.
Oh, that's ugly. That shouldn't be like that. Gonna have to get you some tissues here.
It's all good.
Yeah. Ouch.
I'm okay with it, I'm prepared, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not prepared. It's kind of like, you're gonna have a baby, and then your wife's like, oh, we're gonna have twins. You're like, okay, and you good with that? And then next day she's like, oh, wait a minute, we're gonna have triplets. So it's this constant mind fuck of being okay with a number, and then that number grows. And then, I don't know, man. Oh, now we gotta get at that. That makes me feel weird.
You wanna grab that one?
This just feels weird.
Yep, go. There you go. Okay. Keep going.
Am I good there?
Yep. Okay. Can you run it out of throw? If you want to, you can go back to the back side.
Thank you.
Go back here on that.
On the back of the chain?
Well, we don't really have a choice, unfortunately. I would normally say no, but we run it at a.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There we go.
Got it.
Awesome. Yeah, just go ahead and lay it right there, and we're gonna.
I'm gonna do one good shot.
Nope. No. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
You know. Well, what do you think? Smells like money. All right, lay it down, Larry.
Turn it this side up, so we want to see what's getting eaten up. Okay, what we're trying to do is we're looking at the sleeve here. We're looking at our splines, making sure our splines are okay. Looking at our splines. Got a little divot right there, but see, something has been rubbing. See that mark right there? Could be we have a bad bearing. We'd have to tear it apart more to find out. To be continued. Dun 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 dun. Want to look at your splines?
Splines there.
Make sure there's nothing gone. We obviously had Loctite on it because you can see the evidence of Loctite, which is great. That means it had a good clamp load. There's that.
And you got that racing strut back there behind you.
Right, and then you see this nice little circle. And I don't remember what it looked like 2 years ago, so that could have already been there.
We didn't pull that apart out.
Right. So I'm not sure what we got going on. We'll figure it out when we get there. But we also looked at the splines inside your clutch here, and they're all good. Because you look at them, they're all just like they're supposed to be. If not, you could feel them, or they'd be partially there.
Well, I don't know why that was so hard to get off.
Could be the part that this was being hammered back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And see, this is where this part here, you don't have a good all the way around. So this was wobbling. This was doing one of these. And if you can imagine how fast this thing turns.
Dude, that's the sound I was hearing. It was a not a tick, it was a loose.
Yeah, and see, you can even see
Slap.
the evidence here. See how
I'm
nice and thick, goes away, nice and thick. So
I'm
that,
thinking that's what I was hearing.
yeah, you were hearing this going back and forth.
Because we're getting load on it. Now, what would have happened if I'd have kept running that like that?
You got that new motor, right? The motor that you got, and then a new clutch.
It just destroyed it.
Yeah, you would have ate it. You would have killed it. Because what ends up happening is these splines get loose, and guess what this spline is? It's the left side of your flywheel of your motor. So if this goes bad, that gets replaced.
Total meltdown.
Yeah, it comes down to a meltdown, yeah, more or less.
So do we take this thing?
Yeah, we're going to take that off.
And what is this? Your stator?
Yep, that's where your stator magnets are at.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, you just stick this hook in there, this hook in here, and just pull.
Wow.
There you go. Okay, let me see what we...
All right, ready, Larry?
Yeah. Let's turn it over and see if all the magnets are there. Nope, are they all there? Got any big chunks in there? Okay.
Got a little trash in it.
Yeah, but see, look at the blackness of all those burnt up. That means your electrical system is about ready to go away. And look at the chunks you have here.
So that's what you're talking about, chunk. And I see
Yeah.
them down in between.
Yeah, let's bring that up a little bit. See all that chunks that we have here? All of that. Yeah, that means we need a new stator and rotor.
Okay.
You can cry, it's okay. You can cry if you want to. It's your motorcycle and you can cry if you want to.
So how close are we to just rebuilding this engine?
Well, that's not got anything to do with the engine. That's the primary. That's a whole different section. That is a whole different piece of...
I think I'm just a little numb right now.
Well,
I don't know what this is going to cost later. Do you have any idea in your head?
Yeah. Well, right now our work order, and I don't know, we're going to show them, right? We're going to actually show them. Okay. Right now we're at about $6.5 grand, and we haven't even added any of this.
What's this thing worth?
Well, it all depends on if we can get them and where we can get them from. Because see, look at that. Even looking at it a little closer, we're missing part of our magnet. That's that. That's this. That's that crazier color there that's been.
Okay. Let's make it real. We got to make this shit pay for itself some way. Larry.
Ouch.
What
Yes,
do
sir.
we find now up
Wow.
in Maxwell House?
Great things. Again, your bike's going to go faster because I'm taking more money. Okay. What happened is with that compensator being loose, could they see that? Okay, this, you can see where the wear mark is right here, and you can see that my fingernail stops right here. This was getting eaten away because this piece here was losing torque. So this piece was doing this. And if you can imagine it rotating around at super speed. So it was doing this, and that was like you were talking about when this piece was moving back and forth and that noise that you were hearing at RPM, and it would go up with RPM. That's what we thought it was lifters. Yes, it was the lifters, and then rotated to this side of the bike.
Now we go inside there, look how that's getting burned up too.
And then you've got all this burnt up, all of this miscolor and burnt pieces, because this was going back and forth, and you see that there's chunks here, shards, chunks, whatever you guys want to call them, I guess.
At the end of the day, what am I going to have to do later?
We're going to have to replace this and this.
Okay. The love of the motorcycle. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. Oh, fuck. Okay, now do I take that fucking copper wound thing out?
If you want to, you can. And then you got to take this off first, because that is your regulator plug. But what I wanted to do is to take this off, and I can see that's the only. See, you've got a piece right here. Yeah, that's metal, and that's not too huge or anything, but we've got it all through here. So when that comp decided to go, it got into everything and started taking pieces and parts and started thrashing them around. You know? And we don't know when it happened, why. Well, we know why it happens, because we just ride the bikes, they wear out. It happens. Okay? It's not that big of a deal. It's just the idea of it's always great to have at least more than one motorcycle.
Yeah. That ain't no shit. And that's what winter's for, right?
Right. Well, even summer, even your maintenance, and maybe we needed to change oil in this a little bit more, a little bit often.
Yeah.
There's that piece of the love that could have been missing. And this is why we're doing this video also. So it's a point of, hey, I only change the oil once a year, okay? And a lot of people, oh, I can do that, and it lasts just fine. But does it really? As we know, it doesn't. At least not on this bike.
And, you know, I'd ride a little, maybe more aggressive than some people.
Right. Well, and I do that on one of my bikes too, and that's what I thrash it around for. That's what it's made for. That's what I do it for. But again, like I've been telling everybody all the time, it's because I work for Harley-Davidson, things are easier for me to get a hold of. I can work here after hours on my own stuff. I can
You got some
come
good connections.
and I know people, but that doesn't mean I can give the information out, because that's not what it's for.
That's exactly. We'll make that clarification. Okay, Larry, so I'll take this bolt out over here, don't I?
Yeah, that clip has got to come off to get to our plug, because this is the regulator plug. All the older bikes have those, so the regulator plug doesn't fall off.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You okay? You need to sit down a little bit? You all right, buddy?
Light-headed.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. All I can see is an elbow, so I'm moving it so they can see what you're doing a little bit.
Now that's something else, you know, guys, that we need to talk about it. Like Larry and I are doing this too. We're also worried about getting our sound right so you guys can hear us, audio, and also trying to get to move the camera and get the right camera shots. On top of this, doing entries and outros and shorts and reels, and it's a lot. It's not just we're going to come in here and try to bike and power. I think on the big board it drove Chris crazy. I'm sure he was like glad when that was over. Okay, well it's a long-winded one.
Yeah, you want to make it fine thread. The more fine thread it is, it's harder for it to back out. But really all you got to do is make sure it's moved out of the way so we can unplug it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we can unplug it from there. Okay. But see, that's also the hard part. Again, with the custom bike, everything's custom done. You have to be willing to deal with it. Oh, you can just go ahead and pull that plug and you should be fine.
I've tried. Okay.
There you go.
How's that?
Then go ahead and pull your 4 bolts from the inside.
It looks like shit.
It looks like it's been burned. Well, that's probably because, remember, we're starting to lose power here, and that gets, so you're going to probably need a regulator also.
Okay, so pull that out.
Mm-hmm.
Jokey, stop when you get a little stressed.
They're not on there super tight. They should be Loctite, pre-Loctited from Harley or from whatever aftermarket company or whatever, but normally, and those are only a one use only, so you need them replaced.
Oh. Okay.
Now, if you're on the side of the road and you don't have them, of course, obviously you have no other choice but to reuse them, but it's recommended that you replace them every time because they are a bolt that's soft. So every time you torque them down, it's done. It's one and done. Act like you've done this once or twice.
I'm becoming a mechanic.
A pro.
I don't even know I'm doing it.
A pro.
Pro.
A master technician right there.
Off. I'm gonna give you guys a shot exactly what I'm doing here because you'll be like, what are you doing? So if you guys get in here deep, let me get this right here. So I am doing these right back in here. So there's 2 Allen head bolts that are holding that from flopping around basically. Huh?
Right, because if it wasn't there, the wires would come up and hit the rotor. There you go.
Like something's still holding.
Yeah, because it's poked through. So now you just poke that through.
This whole plug, Larry?
Yeah, the whole plug goes all the way through there, yep. Or since you're not going to be caring about it,
Oh, I can do that?
you can do whatever you...
This feels good. You sorry motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking whack you.
There you go.
God, it felt good, Larry.
I bet you. That's good.
Okay. So this is... Wow.
See, then let's turn it over on the back side here. Okay, because this is where you can see that it's just been old, and see, it's right there. That's the problem. Your wires came apart.
You guys see that? I'm gonna make sure you do because this will tell the tale right here. Okay, so you can see the wires, the coating on there
It's gone.
is gone.
So what ended up happening is the bike being in its heated condition, wires are just not made to lay in hot, just lay in heat, just not, they're not designed for it. So this is not unexpected.
Do these normally last?
Just depends on how often you change your fluid. The more you change your fluid, the longer they'll last because you're getting...
Fluid every evening. Every evening, this is going to get new fluid.
That new fluid,
Okay.
right.
Well, how's the rest of it look?
Well, I mean,
Plug.
yeah, you can take a screwdriver and push that out if you want. There you go. And then you can look at it too. You see how this has been sparking and it's black.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you, of course, then the back side of here.
That looks like shit too.
Well, see, and then see the ugly up here and the ugly match. So this was actually starting to go away. So the regulator, we could replace the stator and the rotor, and then most likely the regulator is going to be going.
So it'll have a whole new charging system.
Basically a whole new charge system minus the battery.
Well, good. Here's a little thing I was thinking the other day. You know, I'm wanting to do some longer rides on this.
Right.
Go on the road, kind of cruising on the road. And I'm going to put a, this is no big deal, but I need to, speaking of charging, a place where I can charge my phone while I'm running. Because I got to make content.
Well, not only that, but what happens if you get stuck somewhere and your phone's dead? You're
And I feel good because then I'll definitely know my phone's going to charge.
right. Well, it's just I'm just checking to make sure it's still round, and got to get my face. Yeah, I have to touch it. It's just one of those things.
Casing looks okay, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's. I just want to make sure because you were having some difficulty pulling that out. It's just that you're not used to.
I suck. Yeah.
Well, not used to pulling that part of the. So it's
a
just.
little love. Like,
Yeah, you just gotta.
dude, that is the sound that I was hearing, Larry. I'm telling you, whenever I started ramping it up, I heard that. That's what I was hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to see when we can get a new comp and all that good stuff. And
What else do we do next, Larry?
well, that's really all we're doing.
So,
Unless you want to go deeper into the transmission, I don't think we should,
I
but
don't want to do that.
I think we're fine where we're at. We seen what we caused. Well, the thing is, what caused what? Your electrical was caused probably because your fluid needed to be changed more often and just get that nasty fluid out. Just get it out. Every 2,500 miles, my personal, on all my bikes, if I change the engine oil, I'm dropping all fluids because it's cheap. It's cheaper than a motor. It's cheaper than a primary, cheaper than a transmission. So that's how I look at things. But again, you also have to look at your pocketbook. Nothing's inexpensive anymore. Everything's always expensive, but if you treat this right, will she always treat you right? Just like anything else. If you treat it right, she'll treat you right.
Well, and I'm learning that too, you know, and this is me paying to go to school. I'm learning a big lesson here, guys. And that pretty much sums it up on this video, is like Larry said, you take care of it, it'll take care of you. We know parts do wear out over time, but prolonging the life of stuff is pretty important if you want to save money.
Maintenance is the key.
Maintenance, that's it. Maintenance is the key, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video of Larry teaching me how to tear down my primary. I hope you enjoyed me having my own experience and breakdown due to the pocketbook getting lighter. Like Larry said, I will go faster on the chopper. I'll be lighter. And if you like this video, guys, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, would you do that, please? That'll help me pay for parts that I need so very much. Sharing is caring. And anything I got, you guys can share it. I would like that. Go check out our other social media platforms as well. We got them all. And go check out our website, theorneryone.com. It kind of goes into blogs and the great writing on there we have mapped out here in the Ozarks. And, of course, our merch, which helps keep us on the road. So, with all that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. Until I see you some down the road, or I see you back on here, you guys stay on. Okay.